Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy aDudemanbro. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I hope your weekend was amazing, as always. This is my penny stock video for next week. These are all the stocks that are in the penny land that I am very bullish on, / I am going to be looking at and looking for indicators that these stocks will be blowing up. So some of these I am already invested in, but some of these I do just have on my radar. So I just want to say that. Before I go into the video, I want to say thank you so much for all of the new subscribers and everyone that's just been leaving comments and everything. Sorry I wasn't as available last week and I didn't answer any of your questions. I'm going to be trying to get a lot better at that. Very difficult to do when you have a full-time job and you're trying to do other things too. And I'm going to get better at that, I promise you guys. But if you're new to the channel and you really like this content, you learned something, you are bullish on any of these stocks, or maybe you like my face, go ahead and smash that like button and think about hitting that subscribe button. I promise you can always take it back later. But without further ado, let's jump into the video here. First one we're going to talk about is the the 1K giveaway. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'm going to be putting it in the description below. It is where I give $1,000 to the community, basically, for just me saying thank you. 2 lucky subscribers are going to win it, and it should be about $1,200. So each person should get about $600 each. It's just a fun series of you guys picking the content and me giving back to all you guys for all the support that you guys been given. So like I said, the first one is DPW. I'm very bullish on DPW. I think it has no business being under $10. We finally started seeing a lot of YouTubers and Twitter furus or whatever start talking about it, and I think this is perfect. You get in before all that talk is, and this one's gonna go crazy. We knew that it was gonna be pulling back. A stock can't go up to $8 from $4, basically 100%, and then not have a little bit of a pullback. That's not normal, and we don't like stocks like that, but a little bit of a pullback is awesome. I think with crypto being outrageously crazy right now, we're going to see maybe a gap up / it almost reach $8 next week, and then a consolidation period, but then I think it's going to blast off. I'm holding basically 100% of my shares. I sell maybe 25 here and there, but out of the amount of shares that I own, that's nothing, not even a percentage. So I just sell going up just to kind of get my capital back and be able to invest in other stocks. I'm waiting for this one to hit $10, then I might sell like 30-40% of my position because I think it's going to go down, and then hold the rest just for free money. That's my analysis on this, and that's why I'm very bullish on this. It went over $11 before. I think it's going to go there again. INFI, we've seen a whole lot of selling going on, Friday, and we're kind of in a downtrend. I am still bullish on this one. I think that it might take longer, though, now. Put in a decent sized position at about $3.70, and I am definitely bullish on this. They're one of what they have in the pipeline, and, just what they're working on is, honestly, I think is going to be crazy and going to be changing the game for a lot of things that are going forward. And I'm going to be putting that video in the description below so it goes into more detail about what their pipeline's coming up and what they're working on. They had 3 different price target raises in the last week at lowest at $7, and that's basically double from where it's at right now. You can't always take 100% of what analysis say, but I think that this was done after the fact of when it was beat down already, so I think that that's a very good. I'm very bullish on this one going to about $6 to $7, which, like I said, that's about $1.50 up from where it's at right now, which I think that's a pretty decent amount of upside. Plus, it has that factor it could go even more than that. It has in the past. It went to about $6 or the week before, but a huge amount of institutional buys too. They got beat down a little bit by offering that they had just recently, but I'm not shooken by that whatsoever. It just closed, and I think we're going to see a consolidation period, but then a slow move up, probably somewhere between 4 to 5% a week until we get to a good breakout period. So next one I want to talk about is NXTD, and this is one that I've been talking about in the past, and with crypto going insane, this was one of the cheapest ones, and I think that it's went over $5 before. I'm very bullish on that. I think that this is going to be only a short term for me. I'm not really a huge fan of the company, but this is a stock that I think has the potential to blow up with volume, and if you are reading the chart and just looking at it, the hourly and the daily, I think that you have a very good opportunity, these red bars are kind of crazy, but as you see, the majority of them were buys though too. So like I said, I think that this one could be a huge gap up and could go $5. I would consider it a swing / maybe a day trade. My analysis of Bitcoin it already hit my analysis of what I said last time, but I think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback, maybe 3 to 4,000 from where it's at right now. It might just hit that 50,000, but as long as we can keep that 50,000, I think with the stimulus coming up, and I think with it hitting all-time highs, I think that those people who are getting those $1,400 checks who don't really necessarily need it for utilities or food or anything, they're going to be throwing their money at crypto. I think that's what my analysis is, and that's why I'm going to be putting in the description below too the video where I go into the different cryptos that I'm very bullish on too. And with that going forward, I think that those are going to be seeing some huge gains too. If you don't want to, invest in Bitcoin, which you can do in fractional shares, but if you want to maybe do one that's a little bit lower, a little bit less known, that could see a huge upside, there's a bunch out there. And so I want to say too is KCS. KuCoin is actually up 40% since I posted that video last. And since I posted my first video over a year ago, it's up over 150%. And I'm very happy I started to invest in that. I should have invested more, but I took about a $50 to $80. I'm super happy I did because, I see it going up even more. And that's one that I think is very good for investors because you get a daily dividend, which I think is awesome. The more you own, the more dividend you get, and it basically roughly about 3% a year, which it's honestly pretty good. It's better than some banks. So and you're investing in crypto. I think that we are not anywhere near where it's going to hit. There's some analysis out there that are saying 100 to 200,000 by 2022. So just keep that in mind. So the next one I want to talk about is LGHL, and that's Line Group Holding. This is a newer one that I kind of just started to bring. I'd covered it in the past a few times. It's definitely one that has a small float and could see some huge gains, but then it has some huge pullbacks. The reason why I'm super bullish on this one is they announced in January that they're going to be basically entering the crypto world. And if I can bring up that article here right now, they're going to be working with another Chinese company and both invest in basically cryptocurrency, ETH and BTC. It's very good for this company. I think it's going to see a lot of upside with this. It has went up to $7 to $5 before, and it's kind of one of those, like I said, it has a super small float. What I'm super happy about is even with this boost right here, even with all that selling, it still held $4 or $5 pretty decently. It went down to about $3, but then, this is what we like to see for a stock to do, that consolidation / the uptrend. And we're definitely on an uptrend. Even with this big red bar, it's looking like it is going to be opening up to gap. And like I said, with the small float of this could see some huge gains, and I definitely started to invest at about $4.50. I haven't brought this one to you yet because I was actually kind of just trying to make sure that it was a solid pick for everybody. I don't like to bring you guys ones that are super super sketchy without letting you know before, but I am super bullish on this, and I think that it could easily do a E-bond type of movement where it could go 2x, maybe to $12-ish. So we'll have to see. We'll have to watch out for the offerings. I believe they did just do an offering in January. I'm kind of hesitant about another offering. I hope that they are not going to be dropping that because that will stop the momentum. But I do see this one 2xing and possibly going, to hit like an E-bond type of movement. But I think it's going to follow a lot like that though. With crypto, if crypto has a huge pullback, that's when you want to buy into this. When it's in about the $4 to maybe even if it does dip to the $3 again, you want to be a buyer then, not when it's up at about $5. So watch for those red days, watch for those pullbacks, and be a buyer. Torchlight, I brought you guys this last week, and it went up over 30%, like I said, and it also started to pull back. If you bought in at the top, you probably bought in a little bit too high. I would recommend definitely averaging down. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, so please take this with a grain of salt. This is just what I'm doing with this stock. I was a buyer before it shot up crazy, and I've been averaging up actually at about this $3 mark. I think this $3 mark is the support. As long as we can hold above the $3 mark, I think that this one's going to be going into a consolidation slash an uptrend here very soon. Like I said, there's been a lot of news about it merging, and I think that a lot of the people that were in it at $1.20 or even maybe even 30 cents, they took their profits at $5, which is completely, understandable. That was a lot of money made right there. But I think if we see this one going into consolidation slash a uptrend, that's when you want to buy. You don't want to buy at the very top. And if you did, like I said, I'm sorry, I would recommend averaging down. But I see this one easily going to $5 to $8 here very soon again. And if you do get in at about $3, I think that's a very good price to get into. Next one I want to talk about is WRAP. This is one that I talked about for a while, and this is one that is heavily manipulated. And it's hard to say exactly why or, who is actually doing it. But the thing I can say is I've been looking at the charts and all of the buys day by day on this one. I do think this one is going to do huge gap ups. It has that potential. There's been somebody who has been accumulating shares for about a month now, and I've been noticing that there's been huge amount of buys here and there, but then also someone is pushing it down. If you look at level 2 on Robinhood or any other stock, you can see that there are a lot of 1,000, 2,000, and actually if you look at it, it's the exact same amount of shares every 20 to 30 cents, and it's basically someone doesn't want they're trying to manipulate the level 2 to show that there's more selling power than buying power. And I am super bullish on this one, though, that I've been averaging up. And like I said, I'm at almost $6 about is my average. But I think it has a potential to go crazy. With Biden being in the presidency, and their products look kind of dumb if you do look up their products, but they are non-lethal military slash police officers. There's a lot of upside with the stock, and that's why I wanted to bring it to you to let you know that I am still very bullish on it, and that I think that we are going to be seeing very soon a potential 2x, possibly back up to $8 to $9 here very soon. So if you did buy in at under $6, I think you have a very good, the risk to reward is very good right there. Next one I want to talk about is ITRM, and this is one that, it's been going up, being down. It's kind of like that a cat and mouse game that we've been playing with the shorts. But I think that we're finally starting to see some support, and it's starting to sit at that support there. And this one I think has a upside of $5 plus. And I think, from $2 right now, that's 2x your money. I'm going to be leaving that video, like I said, in the description below if you want to look at it. But like I said, I think we're going to see consolidation where it might reach 210, pull back, 210, 220, pull back. But I think within May or April, I think we're going to see a huge upside on this, and almost $4 very soon. So next two I want to talk about are cannabis and Sundial. I brought you guys Sundial when it was under $1, and it went up to basically over $4, but then it's been being down as all heck. This is when we want to get into this. So, not a lot of people are talking about Sundial anymore. It's kind of in the back burner. So we want to look at the chart and see exactly what's happening. If this chart opens up green and we have a consolidation period right here, that's when you want to buy in. I think there's a huge amount of upside with this. They have so much cash on hand. They are possibly looking into a acquisition of a U.S. company. So I think that the upside of this is huge. I think this one could see a $5 to $10 within a year or so. So if you're a long-term investor, I would consider averaging down. If you did buy at the $3 to $4, you probably chased a little bit too much, but I do see it possibly going there again. But I think it's going to have a hard time going up super crazy again because of the float is so big that it takes a lot to push it. And with so many people that I believe did buy in at basically the $3 to $4 range, I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are bag holding, that they think they're bag holding, and that are going to be waiting to get rid of this at the $3 to $4 range. So I think we're going to see a lot of resistance there. But then, like I said, long term, year or so, I do see this one going up, $5 plus. So last one I want to bring you is probably the most riskiest one, completely and utterly just my opinion, and this is my analysis on a possible rumor. No one has said this, no one has told me this yet, but I looked into this company, and based off of their filings and their offerings, I came up with a spitball / out there analysis for this one. So I want to start by saying that. So it's IGC. So this one is a cannabis play that is also in the healthcare sector. and this one received a cease and desist for a product that they were supposed to bring out about a year ago, and then there was a lot of news and craziness with all that going on. They have been not really doing really well, but there's a lot of cannabis stocks and companies that don't do very well and haven't been doing very well in the last couple of years, until now, and I mean that's pretty normal, but this is a U.S. cannabis stock. My analysis and what I think, my rumor is Sundial might possibly buy IGC. So, or maybe just the sector of IGC that is cannabis. I did a lot of deep diving, and I'm still doing the research on this, but I kind of want to just bring it to you because it might be a random out there rumor, but as we say on this, buy the rumor, sell the news. Sundial, the rumor is Sundial is looking to buy a U.S. cannabis company. And that's probably because they want somebody to produce and to sell the product in the U.S. and not have to go over the border because, Sundial is a Canadian-owned company, and you still have to, even though it's Canada and U.S., you still have to pay, fees and tax and everything on all that. So I think they want a U.S. for these cannabis products so it could be a lot cheaper and they can just do it through the U.S. without having to go over the border. So IGC, if you look into the offering and different things that are going on with this company, their last offering was really oddly worded, and it had a lot of, if there was an acquisition, they would keep their name. If they bought another company, they would keep their name and all the rights to their product. And for me, it just seemed like a really odd thing to mention a few times on an offering. And doing a lot more research into it, I'm not a full professional at stocks. I've been doing very well with my stock picks and everything, but I'm not a master at SEC filings or any of that by any means. But from what I did my analysis and what I'm just coming up with, I think that this is a possible thing that's happening. And so that's why I'm bullish on IGC. I think that if it drops or if it stays in the $2 range, look out and wait for the volume. This might possibly be an easy day trade or even swing trade to $3, even if you don't even want to worry about the crazy, merger news. But if it does merge, I think it possibly has a chance to go to $4 to $5. If you look at companies that are bought out, they're bought out at a premium. Normally it is 2x of what the shares are going for at that time, but there's different for each acquisition. And IGC is roughly around 100 million it's worth. SNDL has a lot of money on hand, and they have enough to buy this company. But like I said, this is kind of just a rumor because there's a lot of other OTC stocks that are US based companies and that could possibly be bought out, and it might be a lot cheaper and a lot easier than just this company. But this is just what I think that it could possibly happen. So that's the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please leave in the comments below what you think about these stocks. Are you bullish? Are you in on any of these stocks? What do you think is going to happen next week? Are you bullish on Bitcoin? Are you invested in Bitcoin or crypto? I really like to hear from all you, and I just want to say again, thank you so much for all the new subscribers and all the constant support that you all give me. It makes me feel super awesome about everything. It makes it so much easier to do these videos when there's just so much love going on in the world and everything. So especially since everything is so bad right now, just coming on here and seeing just a few, hey, thank you so much, you made me some money, or you've been super helpful to me, it really warms my heart. Anyway, if you'd like to check me out on any social media, I have my Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon in the description below. If you'd like to check out any of my platforms, I have my Webull and Robinhood links in the description of the video also. If you'd like to support my channel and use those links, it really helps out a lot. Helps me to improve my computer / webcam, any audio or any type of thing like that, and I really do appreciate all that. As always, I like to end this with, I want you to be humble but never satisfied, and I want you to keep on that grind. Don't let anybody, I don't care who it is, tell you that you can't do something, because guess what, you freaking can. If I'm on here talking to more than 5,000 of you all, and I'm doing pretty dang good for myself. I mean, there's nothing, the sky is the limit. That's all I want to bring out there for all you. If you want to go do something, it's definitely a lot easier to do something when you're younger than it is to do when you're a little bit older. Me being 32, definitely the longer nights and trying to grind out these videos and learn something new, it's definitely, people say that it's easier to learn something when you're younger than it is when you're older. I fully believe that, And it's not impossible. If I can learn all these new things, and if I can learn how to do all this stuff, completely make a platform, and, you know, to bring almost 5,000 people together, anything is possible if you just have the heart and you believe in yourself that much, and don't ever stop. So that's what I want to say with this, and I think that we're going to be killing it next week. With crypto going crazy, I expect EBON, DPW, and all of those crypto plays to be going insane. Wait for the pullbacks if you're not in them yet. Wait for those pullbacks. Don't chase, because you're going to end up being a bag holder and being really upset. But anyway, that's the video. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it so much. I want you guys to stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, yo.